Ministry in a Minute is a devotional presentation of the Crossroads School of Ministry. Whatever platform you're on, like, share, subscribe, help us get the word out about the Crossroads School of Ministry. And if you are a ministry leader or church leader or someone called to vocational ministry and you need training, Crossroads School of Ministry can help. Check us out online at crossroadsom.org, the Crossroads School of Ministry. Hey everybody, Dr. Greco here. Welcome to Ministry in a Minute. It's Wednesday. Don't forget tonight at 6 o'clock we will broadcast our weekly scripture study where we're going through Psalm 1. And it's just a wonderful chapter of scripture. Now what I said yesterday and the day before was that this is really about worldview. It's really about us being purposeful, about running our entire life through the lens of God rather than bringing God into a world that is kind of going the way we want it. It's a very simple concept, but it changes the nature of everything that we do. And I think in verses 3 and 4, the author of this psalm, which isn't noted, by the way, we don't know who wrote this psalm. It's just interesting that it would be the opening for the whole book of Psalms. But verses 3 and 4, I think, give us a really interesting understanding of why it's so important that we, as Christians, as leaders, as volunteers, as ministers, as just anyone who wants to follow Jesus and make that be their way of life, why it's so important that we have a purposeful worldview where we view the world through the lens of God. Because he says in 3 and 4, okay, the person who puts God first will be like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. See, the conversation of worldview has everything to do with the conversation about vision. You know, I'm wearing glasses right now. I got my eyes fixed recently, and I don't need glasses for far away stuff, but now I need glasses for near up stuff to read. Okay, so it's nice I can drive without them and bike and run and do all that stuff, but I still need them to read my Bible and to look at notes. But they change your vision. Okay? And he says the person who puts God first will be like a tree. Well, my question is, what's your vision for your life? You see, I think some of us want to be successful. Okay, well, what's your definition of success? I think some people want to be good. Well, what's your definition of good? What kind of tree do you want to be? Is really what he's saying here. And if you look at the world through your own eyes, you'll be a certain kind of tree, and you might invite God in to help you prune it. But God says, I can do you one better. If you put on my lenses, if you look at the world through my eyes, okay, you can be any kind of tree I want you to be. And the potential for us to be the kind of tree that has the right kind of fruit, to be the kind of tree that does not wither, to be a strong tree, to be a useful tree, to be a beautiful tree, goes up because God is now in charge. And so the question remains, what kind of tree do you want to be? What's your vision for your life? Because whether you look at it through your eyes and ask God to join you, or whether you look at it through God's eyes, makes a huge difference in where you end up. Okay? Psalm 1 says, as you read this book of Psalms, as you approach a Christian life, look at it through God's eyes and watch what he does with you. Hey, don't forget tonight, full scripture study, 6 o'clock on the School of Ministry page and on Facebook. And we will see you tomorrow for another Ministry in a Minute.